Hello and welcome to the third episode of The Random Talks, where we speak of everything and nothing at the same damn time. If you say anything about my fucking hair, yeah, she's a little flaky. Not flaky enough where it's like, girl, you shouldn't be recording, but flaky enough where it's like, girl, I see you tried with the swoop, you failed, and but it's cute. Like, it's like I tried and it's cute, but what, you know what? I ain't got to explain myself to you. How do I? Let's get this party started. All right. So I'm just diving into the drama right in the beginning of the episode because y'all know I love to get messy. I love to get messy. So the mess that I'm talking about today is I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw a post that a girl made speaking about her experience at a Sukihana concert. Now, she wasn't there, but she just saw a clip from the concert on her For You page. Keep that in mind. So basically, she was speaking about what was happening, and there was a fan on stage at the concert, and essentially she was bent over showing her poom poom to the crowd. And I don't know if they were slapping her ass or slapping her poom poom. I think she was saying that they were slapping her poom poom, but they were hitting that shit. Like, her pussy was out. The crowd saw straight puss, no boots. They saw straight puss, no boots. Now, and she was speaking in this video. She was saying like, oh, this is you basically, it's going too far. Like, this is too much. This whole culture is when I kind of sound like I just said whole, but I said hoe. Sometimes I speak fast. So if y'all need me to go back, I'm going to go back. But she was saying the whole culture has gone a bit too far and it's basically nasty, right? And I was watching this. Now, the video itself isn't what got me, but it was the comments where it was like, yeah, like nowadays, all it is that these girls know is to be whores, and there's so many hoes in this, there's no good women. And I just could not help but think, like, when people say history repeats itself, it truly fucking does. Because I kid you not, I know they were having conversations like this in the 1800s. I know they were having conversations like this in the 1900s. Like, there is always a discussion of hoes. Like, people, I don't want to say people aren't recognizing, but it's not very talked about how hoes have always been around, okay? They're gonna be around. They're gonna keep being around. Your mama was probably a hoe. Your daddy probably paid hoes. Like, it's, the whole culture is literally embedded into every single, if not every single country, every single person on this planet. There's gonna be a hoe in Japan. There's gonna be a hoe in Brazil. There's gonna be a hoe in the United States. And there's gonna be some hoes in Canada. Like, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Hoes have always been around. They are essentially, a lot of people won't admit it, but they're essential to this freaking economy. But anyway, that's another conversation for another day. Basically, okay, we're gonna have to turn off the notifications. Act like you didn't hear that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is people are being surprised and shocked by whole culture. Right now, the only difference from back then is the fact that we have cameras and we have social media. So the perception or the gaze of this whole culture is on a different level than what it was maybe 30, 40, 50 even years ago, because we have social media. They didn't have social media back then. So everything that was done in the dark. Okay? I kid you not. If you go to certain places in the South, let me shout out. I think her name is, I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm going to look it up. Okay, if y'all hear motherfucking sirens again in the background, that's because bitches is popping. It's the day after, you know, it's New Year's Day. Okay, it's New Year's Day. Bitches is still popping fireworks. And trust and best and believe, I'm gonna be the op and call the police, bitch. If you come close to me with that shit, I'm calling the cops. Why are you popping fireworks? It's daytime. It's daytime, guys. It's daytime over here. Like, if you're looking on YouTube, you can see it's daytime. You can see my face. It's the day. So you should not be popping fireworks. I'm sorry. And you guys are popping fireworks at 3 o'clock in the morning this morning. How do I know? Because I was up. But still, what if I was asleep and you were popping the motherfucking fireworks, boy? The fuck? That's what I'm just saying. If you hear some fireworks, that's why. All right. Anyway. There's a woman called Intellectual Media, and she makes beautiful videos about not only Black culture, but mostly like Black history, pop culture commentary. It's so fucking good. But she made a video about, hold on, let me go to the video. She made a video about, we got stripper culture, we got Black women history and hoodoo, we got Black women's history of explicit lyrics. Like, she speaks on topics that I feel like a lot of people need to, how do I say this? Like, I feel like a lot of people need to come across so their view on certain things are at least broadened. She has a video called A Brief History of America Hating Sex Workers. I'll try and see if I can link it in the description, because I really feel like people hate on not only sex workers, but like hoes, strippers. They hate on this category of industry so bad, when it's like, at the end of the day, you hate on something that you consume, and you might not consume it in the way that everyone else does, but you consume it in some type of way. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, and usually it's the people that are consuming it and they still hating, like, yeah, I'm gonna go sleep with a hoe, but I don't want a hoe as a wife though. Okay, someone said that about your mom at some point. You know what I mean? Your mom was probably a hoe. Like, it's like everything that was done in the dark back then, so we can't know for certain. She probably won't say it, he probably won't say it, but your parents were probably whores. That's another conversation. I just wanted to touch on that because it's just something that I was thinking about when I seen that video, because I was like, niggas in the comments acting like they shocked. And first of all, I don't want to say she's not necessarily a hoe just because she's showing her pussy. A lot of people are not going to agree with this statement, but the girl that was on stage showing her box at Sukiana's concert, just because, like, I just want to comment that just because she's showing her pussy on stage does not mean she's a hoe. And a lot of people aren't going to understand when I say that. A hoe is a prostitute. Okay? A hoe is a prostitute. Just because she's showing her pussy in front of stage does not mean she's a prostitute. That doesn't make you a prostitute. There are many naked shows that happen. You know what I mean? Just because, let's just say this lady is, let's just say nude modeling, for example. Are you going to sit here and say that nude model is a hoe because she's nude and getting painted? You probably wouldn't. So this girl shaking her ass on stage showed the pussy. Hey, I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying I would think it's good. I'm not saying I think it's bad. I'm just saying she was doing it. And then people started calling her a hoe. She's not a hoe. A hoe is a prostitute, guys. We gotta get better with the grammar and definitions of things. Y'all just see something and slap a label on it, and that's not the case. But even if she was a hoe, what's it to you unless you're buying? A lot of people don't want to talk about that. What's it to you unless you're buying? Are you her clientele? Are you booking? Booking.com? Are you booking? What's it to you, babe? You're in her pockets. You're in her pussy for what? You're in her pussy, but you don't like it. Okay. Just something I just wanted to bring up. I just wanted to talk about that because it rubbed me the wrong way. But next, I want to get into some unpopular opinions since we're just talking shit. And let me read y'all this, guys. The unpopular opinion that I got here today is most people actually look better in person. And before I read this, I just gotta say, I have been told that I look better in person. And I'm like, is that a fucking compliment or did you just diss me? Because I be taking pictures and I feel like I look like, the bottom of a foot. You feel me? I feel like I look like a little foot. But in person, I feel cuter. And then when people come up to me and they're like, yeah, you're cuter in person. Excuse me? What you trying to say? Don't agree with me. It hurts my fucking feelings. So this person said, unless you're using a shitload of filters, perfect lighting, and a perfect pose, I think most people actually look better in person. This includes me. I got a big fat... What? Oh, big boobs. Anyway, what did they say? Schnoz. I was scared. I thought they were saying something else. They said I got a big fat schnoz and for some reason looks 80 times more ridiculous on camera than in person. Me too, bitch. Me too. Most people I see online versus in person just look so much better and more human in real life. Tons of people look great in both, but I always just found people to be way nicer looking when I see them in real life. I think, when I was younger, like around 15, maybe from like 13 to 15, that's when I was using filters. But then I stopped because I was like, first of all, I'm editing my pictures and I know that's not what I look like. My friends know that's not what I look like. Let's be fucking for real. You see me in person and you're like, where that skinny nose went, babe? Where did that go? I wish I could like insert some pictures of the pictures I would edit of myself when I was younger, because that shit was ugly. Like, you could tell it wasn't me, bitch, type shit. So like, I would use filters, I would edit, you know, having this perception of what I should look like in my mind. And then when I stopped using the filters, I honestly started feeling prettier. And then people would see me and be like, whoa, you're even better looking in person. And I'm like, oh, thank you, I think. Because even though I do feel pretty when I use my camera, at times I don't, because I feel like that should be making my nose be nosing. Like, my nose be nosing. And then I also have one eye that's like slanted because I slept on that side of my face as a kid. And my mom said, don't sleep on that side of your face all the time because your face gonna start slanting. And I said, this bitch don't know what she talking about. And then now when I became an adult and somebody was like, that's why your face slanted. And I looked at myself and I saw my face was slanted. I said, well, bitch, that's just fucked up. That's just fucked up. I thought that was a little unnecessary for them to say, but they said that. Well, anyway, I just wanted to talk about, damn, now I feel bad. Anyway, this person said there's nothing wrong with being ugly. Well, this person gets me. This person fucking gets me. Some people are ugly. There, I said it. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Because why did they say it like that? There, I said it. Some people are fucking hideous. Oh my gosh. Let me read what they say. Hold on. Some people are ugly. There, I said it. Now, the reason why is up to the person making that assessment, but there's no one thinking that's universally ugly to everyone. Ugly is simply a matter of opinion. That is true. Okay? That is true. People be forgetting that shit. With that said, there's nothing wrong with being ugly or having ugly body parts or any of that. I think people don't like the term ugly or to be called ugly because they think it means something about them as a person, but it doesn't. It doesn't make someone less valuable any more than being attractive makes them more valuable. Ugly people, you may or may not like your nose or your eyes or your nipples or your feet, whatever it may be, but don't think it establishes some grander meaning because it doesn't. Being ugly is okay. Accept it or change it. Ooh. So this person was basically like, okay, you ugly, but you're pretty to someone. And if you are ugly, accept it or change it. Ooh, I'm sorry. Damn, just like that. I have nothing to say to this person because I think they said what they said. So, yeah, they ate that. Let's go to the next one. Oh no, you're a fucking menace. This person said farting in public is not impolite. Ooh. Now, let me read this because y'all know I got, bowel problems. Y'all know that. I think I told you this in the second episode, if I remember correctly. But I can't, you know what I mean? I can't use the bathroom as much as everyone else. And sometimes the girl gets gassy. Sometimes I get gassy and I need to fart. Now, I fart a lot. I do. So we're going to see what this person says about fart. And this person said, no one gets mad at someone for sneezing and coughing, even though it spreads germs. Farting is a normal bodily function and they're tough to hold in. If you have a problem with someone farting, you're immature. The smell will die out in about 15 seconds and you will live. There's no need to be upset about it. Not saying people should rip dank ass farts all the time, but if someone happens to let one slip, there is no need to bat an eye. I will not be breathing in your nasty, dusty, crusty bowels, okay? If I'm having dinner somewhere or if I'm standing in the office, I'm waiting in line at the grocery store. I'm not just going, and sometimes I be talking, it's like, I'm gonna eat it. That's fucked up. That's why I remember one time I was having a conversation with my coworker at work, but this cause she's my coworker friend. Like when you have coworker friends and then coworkers is different. But I was talking with her and then she just jumped in the air and I was like, why did you do that? And she said, I farted. And I was like, why did you do that? I ate it. And I started coughing. We started laughing. Like, it's funny. But I'm not going to judge someone for farting necessarily. But also, it's just considerate of the people that are around, maybe not to fart in their face. But if you want to fart in a corner, that's different. Like the other day, I had some motherfucking, and I know I love cheese, and I lactose and I'm tolerant. So I be farting sometimes because of the cheese. And sometimes when I have mozzarella, whoo, girl, it's on it motherfucking popping. But with that being said, I'll have my mozzarella cheese and I know my stomach gonna be cutting up. So I'll go to the back at work and I'll be like, hold on, y'all, let me get my little second that. Like, they'll understand. Or I'll go to the restroom. That's different. Like, I don't feel like people should be judged about farting, but don't fucking fart in front of me and then expect me to be like, it's okay. No, don't fucking fart in front of me. I don't want to breathe in your fart juice. Oh, okay. Oh, this one's good. Someone said, there is not someone out there for everyone. There's not. Yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but I think you need to stop fishing. It's not your specialty, and you need to stop it. There is not someone out there for everyone. People say this way too much to people who need to work a lot on themselves. Some people are dying alone every day. Before you say this is a depressing narrative, I think people should look at being happy by themselves and enjoying things on their own. A relationship is just a side piece of happiness. Ooh, oh my gosh, this was beautiful. Who said this? Wrong Raspberry 3202. That's a different name. Yeah. So I think that this person really put this together perfectly because I'm unsure, but I believe romance is the most popular drama, especially within women. And it's like, yes, it's beautiful to be in love. Even I daydream about love. I daydream about the perfect family, the perfect home, blah, 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 blah. But at some point we need to accept as people that a relationship is not really needed and there might not be someone out there for you, and that's okay. You don't have to die. Like, you can live your life and spend your life alone if you want to. That's also an option. There's this narrative that we need to be in a relationship, we need to be married, we need to have kids, blah, blah, blah. And it's not the case. If I don't want to, why will I? I really like that this generation is kind of challenging these norms. So I do agree with this person. There is not someone out there for everyone, and that's okay. I think every human alive should visit a cemetery at least once in a lifetime. Okay. Society tends to be extremely uncomfortable with the reality of death, even though everyone and everything alive has an expiration date. With every second, every day that passes, you will get closer to death, no matter if it happens tomorrow, the next year, 5 years, or many decades from now. You will die. That is the only thing I can ever definitely know about a stranger like you. The fact that everyone ignores death to their own detriment seems to me like the most insane thing ever. Ignoring death until it stares you in the face not only leaves you unprepared for loss of loved ones or family, it makes the prospect of your own mortality more frightening with every passing day. Therefore, whether a person is religious or not, prior to meditating on earth, I believe it is an imperative and required life experience to visit a cemetery. Walking over the bones of people that lived before you and seeing stone monuments dedicated to their memory not only allows the reality of death to really seep in, but it acts as a way to humble people and have them really think about the questions that matter about life. In other words, don't view life as a zero-sum game where the only goal is to get as much wealth as possible and to pleasure yourself at the detriment of others. It may feel good in the moment, but none of it will matter when you're buried 6 feet under. Visit a cemetery near you and have your ego broken. It will be worth it. Damn. There's many emotions that are associated with death, but one thing that's never accepted with death is happiness. And I feel like maybe that's something that, you know, people in the world could work on, because I always say, well, that's our purpose in life. It's to live and to die. It's not to make as much money as possible. It's not to get the biggest house. It's not to have the most land in the world. It's to live and to die. That's one thing that every single organism on this planet, well, almost every organism, that's what we all share in common, is that we all die. We are all born and we will all die. Maybe not our energies, but our physical bodies will. Also, if you notice my voice is kind of stuffy, I'm a little sick. Yeah, I'm a little sick. And I also went out to party for New Year's. So my voice is like, I sound like I'm a smoker, but I also sound like I'm not. So if you're wondering why I sound like this, that's why. Am I the asshole for telling my mom I wish she died instead of my dad? Well, okay, I'm guessing the theme of this podcast might be death. And that's a good thing. You know, death is not something that we should be scared of. So you know what? Yeah, let's talk about death. I, 51 female, am the second youngest child of 8. Growing up, there was a constant unfairness and favoritism between my siblings from my parents. My sister, Kathy, who I am 18 months apart from, and I would always get the short end of the stick when we were younger. Kathy and I got pulled out of private schools and put into public schools so my parents could pay for my older sister's university. Okay. In high school, I participated in many things like ASAB and swimming, but my parents never showed up for anything or give us rides to school, so we had to walk. When it came time for applying to college, my parents only gave Kathy and I 2 options: community college or a university that my 2 older brothers went to. I don't like comparing one situation to another person's situation, but honestly, be fucking for real. I think it makes a lot of sense that your parents pulled you out of a private school to a public school so they could help your sister pay for college. I don't know. That's just a thought that I had. But also, are you complaining about having options for college? Because there are students that don't have an option for college. You know that, right? Like, community college is not bad at all. And then you're also able to go to a university that your siblings have gone to. I understand people live different lives, but you sound like a baby back bitch. But let's read the rest, because I don't want to get on them too much, because obviously they got some shit that's fucked up in their head if they're telling their mom they wish that she died instead of the dad. So yeah, let's read. She said, in 2015 my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic, that's how you say it, right? Pancreatic cancer. Aww. When his condition got worse in 2016, I would visit daily. He passed away in late May of 2016. After he passed, the favoritism from my mom got even worse since my dad would normally mitigate it. Mitigate? Yeah. Fast forward to 2021, my mom began planning on how her possessions would be dispersed after she passes. She called all of the siblings up to her house so that we could make a list and plan on who received what. Many people wrote lengthy lists that she promised they would receive. I wanted a few sentimental pieces, photos of my parents, and a specific ring that my mother owns called the Mother's Ring that has the birthstones of all her children. That's so cute, okay? When I gave her my list, she told me that if I wanted the ring, it would be the only thing I would inherit, and beforehand she would remove its stones and give them to other siblings. What? What's the point in giving me the ring if you gonna take all the stones off of it? That don't make no fucking sense. Whatever. Anyway, this sparked an emotional argument as I asked for much less than other people, and she said I didn't deserve more. We started bringing up things from the past, with me mentioning how she mistreated me, and she completely blew me off. I then tearfully told her I wish she died instead of our father, because he would have treated his children much more fairly in this situation. This hurt her greatly because she has never recovered from the loss of her husband, and despite her behavior, she does love all her children. Then why did you say that? Let's keep reading. After this happened, our relationship was never the same. Why did you say that? I'm sorry, I can't just skip over that. Why did you say that? If you just said this hurt her greatly because she has never recovered from the loss of her husband, and despite her behavior, she does love all of her children, then why did you tell her you wish that she died instead of your dad? Why the fuck would you say that shit to your parent that you so-called love and care for? I understand that, we get in heated arguments and emotions get involved and things get thrown out, but you're 50 fucking one. You're 51. You're a big ass bitch. You're grown. You're grown. What people need to start learning is thinking before you speak, because now your mom 83. You feel me? Your mom 83. The bitch gonna die soon. So you want one of her highlight memories of being with you to be that, oh, my daughter wished that I died instead of her father. Wow. But let's keep reading. I'm not going to judge you too much. Let me play devil's advocate. After this happened, our relationship was never the same. We didn't speak for months, and every time I would see her, I would only say hello and goodbye. She hasn't apologized for what she has done in the past or about the mother's ring. I do feel like what I said was harsh, but I won't apologize for it because I think someone needed to give her a reality check for how bad she's treated some of the siblings, and it was a moment of pent-up resentment I held down for many years. Even now, my mom's plan is to only give me the mother's ring with no stones in it and nothing else. So, am I the asshole? Okay, this is a good am I the asshole, because a part of me is saying yes, but another part of me is saying no. And I know people are like, well, I would expect you to say yes because of how passionate you just got earlier, which I would have said yes. Like, I honestly would have said yes, but I'm thinking about the fact that when we're affected by something traumatic, especially by our parents, and we don't receive the word sorry or an apology for what has been done to us, I feel like the weight of that in itself is what weighs down on that trauma. It's not the fact that it happens at some point. It's the fact that, like, I didn't even get a fucking apology. And we really need to learn how to move on without apologies. And it's really unfortunate, but not receiving that apology is okay, because at the end of the day, you're the one that needs to heal, not them. As you seen, like, you told your mom, hey, this and this and this happened, blah, 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 and she didn't even want to acknowledge it. So for your sanity and for your sake, you need to move on. You need to accept the fact that you will not or might not get that apology. Like, her time is ticking. The bitch is old, okay? The bitch old, so she gonna die soon, you feel me? And you might not get that apology, babe. Do I think you were the asshole for telling your mom that you wish she died instead of your dad? 100%. But I can also acknowledge the fact that there is more to this than just words right now. There's emotional buildup. There's fucking traumatic buildup. There's a lot going on, and there might be many factors that play into that. The main reason why I'm saying this person is the asshole is because you can't help what happens to you, but you can help how you react. And I definitely feel like as an adult, you reacted in a way that was just completely unnecessary, especially to your parent. And I'm a big advocate for, like, if they disrespect you, disrespect them back. But at the end of the day, you know you care for your mom. You know your mom is about to pass. Like, you guys are planning on what you guys are gonna take when she passes. So that means she ain't got that much time left. The bitch finna die. So yes, I think you're the asshole, but I also feel for you because I understand, like, you felt like there was favoritism. And I do understand that. Unfortunately, your mom will probably never understand that, but you just gotta accept that and just keep it pushing, shawty. My apologies if the camera perspective has changed. My camera did die. So, yeah, that's that on that lady. Let's get into something else. This person said, am I the asshole if I stop doing my partner's laundry? So we've been together for 21 years. Damn. I'm sorry. That's a long time to be doing someone's laundry. We've had our ups and downs, long stories behind those, but basically I'm fed up. We both work, him 37 hours and me anywhere between 33 and 38 hours per week. I also come home on my morning breaks to take my 9-year-old daughter to school. He's not home. We have a 19-year-old who is home in the mornings, but even if he's off, I can still come home to take her as he can't brush her hair. I cook, clean, make snapping for the day, wash clothes, shopping, make sure the bills are paid. He does a load of washing once a week and washes pots if the fancy takes him. So maybe once or twice a week. He has to be in the mood. And he acts like he's a right hero for doing something. I will empty the washing up sink and he will have cereal and put the bowl and spoon in the sink and leave. Ooh, you motherfucker. I hate people who do that. Even our kids will wash their own pots if there's nothing else in the sink. So I've decided to stop washing his clothes. It's the first day, so he hasn't noticed yet. I'm dreading his reaction when he finds out. He's always earned and still does earn more than me. So I don't know if he feels some sort of entitlement, but I will update if I can keep any of this up or just cave in for a quiet life. Girl, y'all been together for 21 years. You know your man. But for you to know your man enough where you can't come up to him and be like, hey, I don't feel like you do your part around the house enough. That's scary because you've been with this person for 21 years. 21 years. That's two decades. You've been with someone for 2 decades and you can't walk up to them and tell them that they're not doing their half of the work. And I don't mean work like as in bringing money, because it's one thing to bring in money. Yes, you are essentially like, he's not the breadwinner because you're not a stay-at-home mom. You work too. So why the fuck can't he wash his own dishes? Why can't he wash his own clothes? Like, I understand washing your partner's clothes, that's sweet, but does he wash your clothes? Because like, y'all gotta make sure, if you can, try and make like a system where it's this week I'll do laundry, next week you do laundry, this week you do this, next week I'll do this, or we split it in half where these certain days you do this because I know you're free or you're off. These certain days I'll do this because I know I'm free and I'm off. Like, there's no way that you're in a relationship with someone for 21 fucking years and you cannot walk up to them and tell them something like this. Like, I just don't want to live this way. I can't live that way because I'm going to go crazy if I can't come up to my partner. Hold on, my eye is itchy. If you see this on YouTube, I'm so sorry, guys. But there's no way that I can just have a partner that I love. Like, I have children with this person and I can't tell them like, bro, clean up your fucking clothes. Like, I'm a snap on you if you see me wash the dishes and you go and put a bowl and a spoon in the sink. Bitch, rinse it, wash it off. We have a dishwasher. I'm not sure if you do have a dishwasher, but we have a dishwasher. Put that shit in the dishwasher. Like, what? It's not even put this shit in a dishwasher. Get a sponge, put some soap on it, wet it, and wash that motherfucking bowl. It's not that deep. Like, first of all, there's no way. There's no way. I definitely feel like there's a lack of communication, and for you to feel scared for when he sees it, not scared, but you're just like, am I just gonna have to accept it and just move on? And first, you're better than me because I would have did something more diabolical. If it's at that point where I don't feel confident to speak to my partner, I'm gonna do something more diabolical than fucking not wash your clothes. Oh, you're not washing my clothes, thanks, honey. Like, I don't care. He's not gonna understand that. And if he does feel a type of way if you don't wash his clothes, so what? We've been together for 21 years. What, you gonna leave because I don't wash your clothes? If you wanted a maid, then you should have hired a maid. I'm not your maid. I'm your wife. I'm doing this because I love you. But if I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. Because just let me assume you have a 9-year-old daughter. I know your 9-year-old daughter's not doing her laundry herself. I know she's not. So you're doing laundry for him, her, and maybe even your 19-year-old son, which your son should not be having you do his laundry. So I'd hope that that he does his laundry. But let's just say you're doing his laundry too. That's a shit ton of laundry. My mom had me washing my laundry. Around like 12. She was like, all right, you're good. You got it. Right? I'm just like, okay, well, shit. And I loved it because I put my own little smell good in there. I make my stuff smell how I want and I keep my ass going. There's no way if you're not doing it. And that's another thing. If you're not doing it for your 19-year-old, but you're doing it for I forgot how old he is, for your husband, why? If you're not doing it for your 19-year-old, why can't your husband do it? That's a grown-ass man. That's all I got to say on that. It's just, girl, that's a grown man. That's a big bitch. He's a big bitch. Oh, don't fucking play with me. This person said, Lord, I swear when I think I've read everything, more shit just comes up. And I'm like, what are we talking about right now? This person said, you ready? I'm gonna read it to you. Am I the asshole for stealing my friend's K-pop albums? Bitch, that's how you get shot. I got a couple albums in here with me, and that's how you get shot. That's how you get murked. You stole my K-pop album? Let's see how they did it though. Let me get this clear. I didn't steal her K-pop albums. I simply just borrowed them before she got them. So you stole them. So you fucking stole them. What the fuck is this bitch talking about? For real? I didn't steal them. I just took them before she got them. So you stole them. No, I just took them before she got. So you stole them. You're a thief. Fucking around with me, you're going to jail. This person said, a few days ago, I was just like usual at my house. I woke up a bit late, like at 12 p.m. I got a notification on my phone about my Ring camera. I checked it and a package had been delivered. I hadn't ordered anything in a while, so I wasn't sure what it was. I went downstairs and I got the package, and it was a box with the word Weavers scattered all over it. Ooh, if this is a BTS, I'm gonna be bad. When I checked the address, it seemed to be right. I, of course, have no idea what a Weavers is, so I opened it up. I found 3 K-pop albums inside. It had a cover of what I guessed to be a sun, flames, and the word heat. I opened up the album because it looked cool. It had a bunch of little cardboard posters. I don't know what to call them. And now that I searched it up, I know they're called photo cards. Fast forward to yesterday. My friend came over. I hadn't told her about my little surprise package. So you stole it. What's unclear about this right now? You're a thief. You're a thief. First thing she asked me was, have you gotten any packages? What a strange question. I answered no. I wanted to see where this would go, so you stole it. She got all nervous and she honestly looked like she was about to start crying. She told me that she had ordered some stuff and it had been sent to my house. I blew up. What right does she have sending stuff to my house? I was yelling at her about it. She said, so you got the mail. Why didn't you tell me? Was it my responsibility to take care of her package that she hadn't been keeping track of? I wouldn't have minded if she told me about it beforehand. I know that where she lives is very busy and there are many thieves around, but just to not tell me about it, for all I know, that could have been a bomb in there. So you opened it? I don't know what she could say in this to make herself look good, but she's not saying shit that's making her look good right now. She told me I was being illogical and that I was the thief for taking her package. She then proceeded to search my whole house just to find the K-pop albums. Once she found them, she yelled at me some more and then stormed out and left. I mean, I see why she's mad. In her eyes, I basically just stole something that belonged to her. I just don't think she had to wait to tell me. After, she texted me saying that she was going to contact a lawyer and sue me for stealing a package that was on my doorstep. She said that if I had just dropped it, then it wouldn't be as bad. She also told me that if I just told her I got in the package, problem is it didn't have her name on it. She stopped messaging me at all. I don't think I'm overreacting. In fact, I think she is. So, am I the asshole? Well, I know for sure you're the asshole, but let me also tell you you're a thief. I don't know how many times I could keep saying this for you to understand. You're a thief. You're telling me a package comes to your house. I understand a package came to your house, and there's no name on it, and you opened it. At first you were like, what if there was a bomb in there? You opened it. You brought the bomb inside and opened it. So you were not worried about a bomb. You were like, oh, I got a package, and you opened up with your thieving ass. And then you saw that it was K-pop labels on it. Should your friend have told you that she had shit sent to your house? Hell yeah, because you should not be sending stuff to my house without my permission. But to be like, who is she to send stuff to my house? Like, it's your friend. Like, relax. Or at least we thought it was your friend because you're a thief. At least we thought it was your friend because you're a thief. So with that being said, she should have told you, yes, but you also shouldn't have hid it from her when she asked you, did a package come here? And you said no. I'm like, yeah, a package came here. Why? It was yours? Girl, I opened it. I'm sorry. Can I have one? Who's the band? Let me get, like, you know what I'm saying? If you were a low-key K-pop stan, you really could have just said that. Because for you to sit here and boot gang her shit and then lie to her and tell her you didn't get a package, and then while you're popping off on her, you reveal that you really got it, then you just sound stupid. You sound stupid and you probably look broke. You look broke. Next, let's get into my latest obsessions. And I'm going to start with books because there's this book that I'm reading that I'm interested in. It's lovely. I like it. It's called The Spark. It is a romance. It is. Y'all know me, girl. You know me with the motherfucking romance. Yes, it's a romance. Yes, it's wrong, but it's good. It's okay. So it's about this lawyer guy and this girl. They take each other's. It's okay. Yes, it's not cringy, but it's a little like it's not gonna happen in real life type of type of story. Like, you know, this wouldn't happen in real life type of thing, which is okay. That's why it's a book. That's why it's a book. It's not supposed to happen. And guys, if y'all see me fixing this ponytail, it's because the ponytail is irritating me. All the swoop looks crazy. That's why. But anyway, so basically the story, it starts with these people at the airport and they accidentally pick up each other's bags, and then they just happen to be in the same city. So they're like, oh, let me come pick up my bag. And then when they meet, they're like, oh, okay, this person's kind of fine. And then they start getting to know each other, and they spend 3 whole days together. 3 days. Like, bitch, you're not working. That's crazy. But they spend 3 days together, and Buddy go hop in the shower. He get out the shower. The bitch gone, huh? She didn't leave her name. She didn't leave her number. So he just knew that her first name was Autumn and her last name was W. That's all he knew about her. Fast forward, a year goes by. And then he gets assigned to this case by his boss that needs to give him a recommendation so he can get partner at his law firm. So he goes and he takes on the fucking case. And then while he's going to the case, he meets a social worker, and the social worker is Autumn. Autumn's the social worker. So then he's like, oh my gosh. She's like, what the fuck? And so they're helping this little kid because she's a social worker for the kid, and blah, 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 blah. And they get closer doing that. And because of that, they get a little closer, which is real cute. But then he's like, why the fuck did you just leave? And you didn't tell me that you were leaving a year ago. And she was like, I'm sorry. I just didn't want more than this. And then he was like, so are you in a relationship now? She was like, yeah, I actually am. He was like, wait, what? And it just so happens that the person she's in a relationship with is his boss, the one that assigned him to the case for him to make partner. So he can't do shit because he like, if I try and fuck that my motherfucking boss, I'm not gonna get partner. I might just get fired. I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl. I'm getting fired. I'm getting laid off. So he's like, damn, is a pussy really worth it? And apparently it is, because he's like, let me take you out to coffee. And that's where I am right now, girl. Yes, I know that was a lot for you to understand, but listen, it's good. It's an audiobook. I'm not reading the book. It's the audiobook that I'm listening to on Audible. So if you want to go and listen to it, you could go and listen to it, but that's that. And then what else am I doing right now? Oh, I also started listening to the Law of Attraction. I just really wanted to change my mindset on manifestation in general right now. And I really feel like Law of Attraction is kind of doing it for me. I think I'm on like chapter 3, which is real cute. They're really just talking about how they started getting into law of attraction and writing a book and how they helped people, blah, 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 blah. It's real cute, but we're gonna get into depth with it soon. And you know, it's January 1st. It's a beautiful way to start off 2024. What better way to do it than fucking looking at the law of attraction and looking at what draws towards you? So that's what's happening with books right now. But y'all, I need to wait, hold on. Should I do music first before I go on this rant? Okay, yes, I'm going to do music first because I already know myself. I'm going on a big rant. So for music, my current sessions for the week is Confidence by Ocean Alley, Fallen Rain by Carl Blau, and then Friendly Fire album by Sean O'Lennon. I love the Friendly Fire album. I believe that came out in 2003, and that's when I was born. But I really started listening to that album around like 2011. So for me, it's like, for other people it would be like old, but for me, like, it's a little old because I started listening to it before, but then I brought it back because I was like, I'm an adult now, let me listen to it now. And I'm like, oh, the shit still slaps. It still slaps. So that's that. Guys, we need to talk. I think I'm a little too close. I'm gonna back this up a little. Did I make it worse? Do you guys like this? We need to talk about the best movie that I've watched the last year. I was gonna say this year, but we're in 2024. The best movie I've watched last year, and I actually watched it at the end of the year, is called Saltburn. Now, if you don't know what Saltburn is, I'm gonna try my best not to give you fucking spoilers, because boy, oh boy, are you in for a ride, brother. Let me tell you. So it's about this guy, right? It's about this guy, and he starts, I believe it's college or university. He starts there, and he's like he's a fucking nerd. And then he gets friends with this other guy who's also a lame, but he's like mentally like fucking deranged outwardly, like you could fucking tell, instead of like getting to know this person and then being like, oh, okay, you're not right in the noggin there, bud. He's one of those. So he snapped on him in public, and then the main character, Ollie, he's like trying to distance himself from him because he's like, you're fucking shit up for me, brother. I need to get away from you because if I'm staying with you, I'm not gonna get with the cool kids. So he said, I gotta go. 5 fingers to the face, ho. So then he dips on the other lame nigga and he goes and meets this guy named Felix. Now, our main character, Ollie. Sorry, I heard a bus go by. Our main character, Ollie, meets a guy named Felix while he's riding his bike. And Felix, unfortunately, his bike, I believe there's like a little, what is that? Is that a little snot? It's the way my fucking nose is just leaking like a goddamn faucet right now. I'm sorry, I had to take a little break. So our main character, Ollie, meets a guy named Felix, and Felix is so motherfucking fine. Apparently out of like off screen or on screen, I don't know, but apparently his nickname is Baby Girl because he's so baby girl. So Ollie meets Felix because Felix's fucking bike goddamn tire got punctured, and then he was like, oh, I forgot where he was going. He said he was going somewhere, and he was like, oh, you want to borrow my bike? And then Felix was like, bro, are you serious? Yes, thank you so much, I'll always remember this type shit. And then they end up meeting at school, and then he gets into the cool kids group, but there's this other guy, the one black person in the film, the one black person in the main character list on the film. He's the only black person. That's okay. Not every film needs black people, obviously. But so he's like looking at him and he's like, I don't like this guy since the get. Like, he don't like him since the get go. And you know, I was saying this to my coworker. I was like, sometimes we be having a feeling like we like, this bitch is and we just know. And then he was like, y'all just know? I said, yes, it's a radar, baby. We just know. But without giving you any spoilers, I'm going to tell you that this movie is absolutely disgusting sometimes, but it's also so fucking hot. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, did you just call Ollie hot? Listen, Felix is hot face wise. Ollie's hot face wise too. But I feel like in the face he looked like a toddler and an adult. So I'm like, like, you look like a grown ass man, but you also look like you're 17. So I'm like, like I feel like I can't find him cute. And then on top of that, he got this fucking ripped ass bod. So I'm like, your face is still underaged, but your body is fucking 27. Like, I just can't tell with him. He's cute, but it's like, but it's the way that he speaks in the film that gets me. It's not necessary. Yeah, it's what he did also. All I gotta say is, when you see the chair scene where the girl is sitting in a chair on the lawn, I'm not saying I would do that, but that scene is hot. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, watch Saltburn. I don't want to give any spoilers. Just watch it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I personally believe that was the best movie that I watched in 2023. Oh my gosh. That was last year. A year has gone by already. This shit crazy, bro. All right, let's get this party started. I'm sorry, guys. I just started staring out into space because it just feels so good. It's so nice outside, and I just want to run outside and lay in the field and just feel the sun on my body. You know, I think that's what I might do. All right, let me hurry up and do this. So you know how sometimes your friends make nicknames for guys that you've messed with? I'm essentially gonna be rating the nicknames that my friends have made for these people. Now, this is like over the span of like maybe 2-3 years, so it's not too much, but it's a good little cute little amount. You know what I'm saying? It's a cute little amount. The first one we have here is Japan. I rated this one a 2 out of 10 because I said it's not creative, straight to the point, no substance with it at all. And I only say that because this person is not Japanese. This person's not Japanese. They're actually Hawaiian and Filipino, but it's the fact that they went to the military and they work in Japan right now. So they're like, oh, what you talking about, Japan? And it's like, I get it, but we could have did more. You know what I'm saying? The girls could have did more. The next one is Arabian Nights / Chef. I gave this one a 7 out of 10. I rated this one a 7 out of 10 only because it's so funny when they're like, who are you talking about? Arabian Nights? Like, bro, First of all, this is he's a Turkish chef, and he's fine. He was fine. He was so fine. I let that go, y'all. I let that go. If I could show y'all what he looked like, y'all would just be like, damn, Kyrie, you dumb bitch. He was insane, though. He was fucking insane. I had only one friend that called him this, but his nickname to this friend was Stalker. So imagine, he really had the name Arabian Nights Chef and Stalker. He cooked some good food, though, so I'm gonna rate him a 7 out of 10. The next one is comedian. I rated this one a 4 out of 10 because yes, he was a comedian. He was a Caucasian comedian, and he was definitely a joke due to his flaccid penis. But it's like, I feel like more could have been done because he's a comedian, but he's also a model, and he's fun. You know what I mean? Like, there's could have been more that was made regarding him. But at the same time, like, a part of me wants to rate it higher only because that's all he had to him. Like, he had no substance to him. He just cracked jokes and he used a model. Next one is Jubu / Jewish guy. I rated this one a 9 out of 10 because it's just so funny being like, oh, how's Jubu? He was Jewish. That's why we named him Jubu. I just think it's funny. That's it. All right. Next one is Chris. I rated this one a 7.5 out of 10. He was an old coworker of mine. His name was completely different, but we needed a name to call him at work. So we were like, think of a letter that's not nowhere near close to his name. And we were like, okay, let's just name him Chris. So we'll be talking about him at work, but nobody knows that we're talking about him. You feel me? Exactly. See, bitch, that's how you do it. Also, don't mess with your coworkers. I only started doing that after we stopped working at the same place. Do not mess with your coworkers. I just had to make sure I said that. Last one is Perrier bottle. I rated this one a 10 out of 10. It got straight to the point and it said what it said. I'm not going to emphasize why his name is Perrier bottle, but I think you guys know why. I think you guys know why his name was that. I'm not gonna emphasize on why, but I think that's gonna be all for this episode. I know we went over some touchy subjects, so I might put a trigger warning for those that might not be able to handle that, but please be open to the fact that conversations like this will be brought up where it might not be easy for you to speak on. So as long as I have my little warning and you guys are aware of it, hopefully that's fine. If you guys have any topics you want me to go over, I believe there's a poll on Spotify, but if not, you can also comment on the YouTube comment section on YouTube. And yeah, follow my Instagram, do what you want. Live life, accept death, and Perrier bottle.